Welcome back on our 4th episode of our 2025 road trip. We finish up our leg of Texas, we visit Guadalupe National Park, and we do a lot of driving as we make our way towards New Mexico. So go ahead and follow along, leave any comments, any questions, we'll make sure we respond. Enjoy the video. The next videos are going to get really interesting, so make sure to subscribe and like or not.
Sure.
Enjoy.
And in the back, that little hill back there, that is Carlsbad National Park where we were today. But we're at this really cool like gravel lot kind of thing where it's just you can camp for free, and it's brought to us by the national park and a bunch of other like people.
Yeah.
And what do you think?
Bathrooms
What
and
else?
trash cans
And
picnic.
and we have a covered
things.
Paved picnic
And
area.
I did yoga.
Kenzie
And it
did
was
yoga.
really nice. So
Anything else?
the little things.
So we're gonna sign
We
off
took a
for the
shower
day.
today.
Yeah, we
Did
took
you
a
say
shower. I did do a little bit of that, but we're gonna we're gonna sign off for the rest of the day and just enjoy it for ourselves. Maybe try to get a video out. Comment your favorite part of the video so far. Like, subscribe.
That's it.
That's it.
See you next time.
Okay, this is the final goodbye to this episode, at least. Look at that view.
Oh, the moon's out.
Such a cool. Oh, we got the moon. Ooh, and look at the vultures. All right, I told you guys I would edit, so here we go. It's blurry. And there's the moon. Bye. Good morning. We're back. We had a nice afternoon. We didn't do much, and now Kenzie's up first, making coffee. About to go to the bathroom.
No, I already went. Putting the TP away.
And we'll see what we end up today.
Hi.
We just finished editing 3 vlogs. We sat here and went through all the videos, and we're really excited to get those up. That's what she said. So I just fired on Starlink. Once we have Starlink, I'll start to upload those vlogs. And today we're gonna be heading towards Guadalupe National Park, then off to White Sands National Park. Last time I was there, it was a national monument. And we're still at this free campsite. Super cool. I just put out the yoga mat and swept our porch. A couple people left this morning. A couple people look like they're getting ready to leave. But this is a really nice spot. Very peaceful, nice night's sleep. All the tent campers are out except one. Really like this spot. If you're ever in the area, check it out. All right, we got a vlog up. Premieres in 20 seconds, which means we're doing a second cup of coffee, which I haven't done in over a week, I think. Big deal. So here it goes. All right, guys, I'm crazy. I'm drying my gear again just to make sure my tent is extra dry before I pack it away from our backpacking trip. So got it all out. Also drying my sleeping pad, cleaning my tent stakes, and sorting through the rest of this gear, making sure it's all dry, because I don't have room to just throw this stuff around the van, so it all goes back in my pack. And if something's wet, even just the slightest bit damp, it's gonna make everything really gross. So that's it. That's all the gear we used. Not much. We survived. All right, so in that truck there, that's Henry. Now, I was chatting with Henry for
for a little bit, and he gave me lots of good tips on where to go. So we're gonna go check out this spring. Henry's lived here his whole life. He runs a 200-mile route, checking on all these campsites, picking up the trash, and he's a farmer. So he does this one day a week, and he farms, you know, 6 days a week. He grows all sorts of stuff, alfalfa, cotton. He pointed out my shirt and said he probably made that shirt. So really nice guy, and it's just cool to talk to someone that's from here. He actually gave us like 3 or 4 recommendations, but we're definitely going to go to that spring and see what that's all about. And you know, just feeling really grateful today to be out here and to talk to people like that, and to be able to see the world, our country, these places that most people never get to see in their lifetime. And yeah, just feeling grateful. Kenzie's down there, and yeah, we're just gonna have a nice day. So one thing Henry said was look up the speech by Paul Harvey, God Made a Farmer. And so I did, and I've heard it before, and it's just really cool that you meet someone out here. He's farmed his whole life. Sounds like, based on talking to him, he hasn't been many other places. He mentioned somewhere in Texas he went, but this is Texas, so probably hasn't been very many places, and just a proud farmer. And so I encourage all of you now to look up the speech, God Made a Farmer, and listen to it and think about the people that live in the places no one else do, and they farm the land and put the food on our table. I don't know, I just find that pretty cool. I'm about to replace this motor. Okay, so we're down here where Henry told us to go, Rattlesnake Springs picnic area, and it's actually on the Carlsbad Caverns National Park land, which is really cool. And fire danger today. I've never seen it this high. That's not good. Extreme. That means there's a full fire ban in effect. You can't even have any sort of fire. So we're rolling up here to the day use area. There's tons of picnic tables. They all have trash cans. This is really nice. And then supposedly there's a spring we can find somewhere here. We made it to the spring. There's fish swimming around, huge fish. In the middle of this dry desert, here's some nice cool water. So many of them.
Found this.
Oh, cool.
And this little snail.
There's some. You better hurry. He's booking it. All water at Carlsbad Caverns comes from here. Wow. So that pipe we saw in the last episode, all the water was pumped up the mountain from here. And we're pretty far away. I mean, you can see way out there on top of that hill is where the visitor center is. So they pump it all the way from here. That's really cool.
That is cool.
Okay, now we're at the right spot that Henry told us to go. This is the first spot. There's a little wildlife viewing platform up here. And then there's a place back behind that he really told us to go to.
Oh, wow.
That we're going to check out too.
This is so pretty.
Oh, wow, this is awesome. Really good literature out here too, talking about the different aquatic species. The Rio Grande River cooter, that's what I saw in the other spring.
That's cool.
I thought it was an invasive red belly, but it's not. Oh wow, look at this water. That is nice. That is tempting. Kenzie cam. This would be a great place to set up a hammock and just chill. Look at the rope swing.
Oh my God, are you gonna do it?
I'll swing out and back and try not to fall in if you videotape.
I want to put my GoPro.
Here.
Oh gosh. This might be a viral video of you falling in the water.
You ready?
Yep.
Haha, let's go again. In front of us is Guadalupe Mountains, and we're heading to the visitor center there. And we're gonna kind of just walk around. I don't think we're gonna do a big hike today because we're a little bit sore still from our backpacking trip. We'll check in when we get there. Guadalupe Mountains. Hey, look, rocks, honey. It's your favorite. Dolomite, dolomite, sandstone, dolomite. Come on, you old lady. Whoa.
What happened?
Or like stopped in the middle of the road. I don't know. El Capitan. Again, not to be confused with Yosemite's El Capitan. Most called it Yellowstone. We're descending down back into the flatland. By the way, I just want to let you all know, no rock chips so far. Knock on wood.
Pretty cool.
Sandy bottoms. Okay, as we get closer to the border, you start to see these huge border patrol facilities. We're passing some military equipment with cameras and all sorts of stuff. Pretty crazy. So as you can see, this truck right here, he has to stop and declare that he's a U.S. citizen. Pretty interesting stuff. Also, if you watched the last video, there was a blimp. That was a tethered blimp that they deployed 2 miles into the air, right? It's attached by a rope at the base there. And that is a radar system that allows the U.S. government and government agencies to monitor our border, to monitor the Gulf of Mexico. It can pick up things as small as a kayak in the Gulf of Mexico. Pretty incredible technology. I believe there's, what they say, 8 of them? Something like that along our border, and it kind of helps keep our borders secure from mainly aircraft is what they're looking at. So like, you know, any aircraft, can't talk right now, any aircraft coming in from the south. Here we are, the El Paso County line. About 20 minutes or maybe 15 minutes to the city. You can see we're driving through the foothills and the mountains there in the background. Really pretty area though. There it is, El Paso, Texas, the gateway to Mexico. I just made that up, I don't know if that's true. And there's some of the dunes out there where you can see that red sand. We just got done pigging out at El Taquera something. Comer. Oh man. Anyway, we had so much food. This lady that walked by us literally goes, "The Lord must have blessed y'all." And she was a bigger lady, and I thought it was funny that she said that to us because she was laughing at how much food we had. So that was kind of funny. But we're about to leave El Paso. We were going to drive down to the border to see it, but you know, what's the point? It's just a fence. So we're going to start heading north again, get out of El Paso into New Mexico, where we'll be for a little bit. So hopefully we'll get to enjoy the next couple days in El Paso, and then eventually we're gonna go meet up with our friends Luke and Kirsten. So we're excited for that.
Oh, it's straight into my eye.
I got all of that on camera. Yes. All right. See you guys. So that is all military equipment. We're in El Paso, and whatever the name of the military base, I think it's Army.
Biggs Army Airfield.
Biggs?
Yeah, Biggs.
Biggs, yeah, I've heard of that. Anyways, I cannot believe the size of this place. It goes on all the way up to those foothills and into the mountains. And it's off to our right, too. That's all military. Well, maybe not over there. Possibly, I don't know.
Fort.
There's a helicopter patrolling. There's some military vehicles. It's like a whole squadron convoy. All right, we're at the edge of Texas.
Texas.
I'm pretty sure.
Texas.
Yeah, it says right here, the edge of Texas.
Maybe they'll sign it.
Do I go
here.
straight?
I don't know.
Anyway, we just crossed into New Mexico. There's no sign. How would one know that they have to follow the laws of
How would one
New Mexico?
know that they're in New Mexico?
How would we know? Nobody knows. We're on the wrong side. You can see that little tiny sign. It says New Mexico, new state. Goodbye, Texas.